Welcome back, BroLeague, to our final week of action. In this game, we have the Modest Militia versus Hobs Smokies. I'm Billy. My co-host here is Rock and Roll, and we're being observed by the wonderful Quisitive. Rock, why don't you take it away with Team 1?
I am absolutely glad to do so. Tonight we got Hobs Smokies versus Modest Militia. Let's talk about the Smokies here initially. You got that full roster coming in. You got Leonidas Mama, you got Indian, you got Relic, you got Ninetales, and Blue Devil. Pretty decent rosters. Managed to put up some pretty good fights in a couple of different matches, although they haven't really came out on top, most of them. But they are still even on their record. They're currently at 2-2. They're kind of in contention for a top 3 spot so that they don't have to go through that plan, but they got a tough opponent to face to try and get into that top 3 in Modest Militia. Why don't you tell them about them, Dilly?
Modest Militia, tied in first place with 9 points right now. Technically, due to tiebreakers, they actually hold the first seed. And their roster is going to be Jay Mosey, Blanket, Pigeon, Nix, and Uncle D. Like, it's a great roster. Technically in first place, if they win or get a point here, they kind of lock up their first place. The playoffs.
Yeah.
Why don't you take it away with the map plans?
Definitely a lot on the table.
Any guesses? Any guesses on the map?
If I had to guess what map I think they're gonna play, no, I'm gonna go something basic. I'm gonna guess like a solid clubhouse.
Okay. Rock?
I mean, I already know what it is because I'm staring right at it right now. So we're going to Villa. Yeah, I just had to take all the fun out of it. I'm sorry.
Thanks, Rock.
Yeah, no problem.
Well,
yeah,
we might as well just jump right into it then.
Yep, it's going to be a very high stakes match for both teams. We got all players in our lobby. We're going to get started here going into this map of Villa. As we're going to take a look at the Modest Militia versus Hobs Little Smokies, see who can come out on top here. I'm interested to see if there's any curious map bans here.
Yeah, see, operator bands, if I had to guess, I would probably guess they're going to ban Dokkaebi. Dokkaebi is probably one of the most banned ops in BroLeague. We'll see how that turns out.
Ooh, spicy. Ace ban.
Yeah, that's a pretty solid ban. Hard breach on this map, kind of tough with no ranged hard breach. So not Habana is that only option for that.
Yeah, Ace is one of the 2 hard, ranged hard breaches you're removing, so you're removing that. Sure, you're also removing a good gun. A lot of flex players we see are picking up Ace more and more for that AK-12, so that they have the potential to hard breach while also still filling out that role as a fragger. So it's gonna definitely be we're going to have to see how they work around it here. Dokkaebi coming out as a ban, again, not too surprising. I believe it's 90% ban rate currently in the entirety of BroLeague. Second ban, also fairly standard. Cade is going to be a fairly consistent effort trying to get walls open should they want to do so. Maybe we see something spicy with this last defender ban.
We can hope for something spicy. I have to think it's going to be Solus or Azami. They're kind of a staple ban.
There it is.
Solus is probably the best op in the game right now. She's either played or picked basically every round/game. No surprise that she gets removed.
Well, I mean, she is just better pull, so it makes sense.
Better pull. I like that. So first round, Hobs Little Smokies takes it off to Aviator Games. We see a Doc off the rip. I like that pick. Yeah, maybe
I like that. Doc Finka. I'm liking this already.
Yeah, looking like this might be a spicy game.
I'm hoping it is. There's a lot on the line for these 2 teams, so I'm hoping. I'm both hoping and not hoping we get a max OT game here to decide whether the Smokies live to fight another day or if MM are locked into the playoffs here.
Yeah, and actually, if Hobs Little Smokies wins, I believe that puts 4 teams at 9 points. So might create some crazy scenarios. Ooh, that's a pretty crazy foul cam. I really like that.
I haven't seen that before, actually.
Yeah. And I don't think anyone ever looks to the ground right there.
I am 100% stealing that.
Oh yeah, that cam will probably go unnoticed because no one's ever gonna look at the ground.
Yeah. Always looking up whenever I get pinged by a cam that I don't know is there.
Exactly.
It's like trying to swat a fly out of the air that you like don't know where it went.
We're gonna see here. The round gonna get kicked off. Okay, so 2 cams near site. Okay, so it looks like that cam specifically probably gonna go for some plant denial. We see the attackers. I really like that Finka pick. Got kind of a wild card. Finka used to be the absolute most meta op. She's kind of fallen off a little bit more recently, but it should be pretty exciting. And it looks like the attack gonna take over. Uncle D actually on bottom main stairs right now. Might try to get aggressive, and as I say, he's rotating away. Yeah, so this is gonna be a full over clear.
Yeah, and they definitely have the lineup to do it. A lot of entry-heavy operators being brought. You have IQ, you have Ash, you have Jackal, and the Finka. You only have Nyx as your hard breach, and, well, elsewhere, that roam clear is going to be doing its work. Pigeon managing to take it down Relic. That's going to be the Docker move. Not a whole lot of value lost for the defenders here. Obviously, you still have a gun removed from the table here, but in terms of active utility that's being used, not a whole lot lost there. Not a whole lot that can impact that round. Maybe the stims could have helped win a gunfight later in the round, but
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Doc, kind of like a vigil type operator. Doesn't really lose much when they die. It looks like we're gonna get a fight early on 90. Ooh, and Pigeon takes out Devil. That's two for Pigeon. He just walks in the site, picks up a third. It's a 5v2. They have aviator control. See, because that player Pigeon gets down, but just like that, Uncle D also takes out 9 tail. They Blake it just ends it just like that.
They just walk in. Flawless round in like the first minute and a half. They just walked in.
Yeah, who needs strats when you can just go burr? Macy J would be very upset.
Why? Because of all the head holes?
No, and also his TDM, or ranked like a TDM tweet. But anyway, next round. Off to Aviator Games again. We're actually going to change it up a little bit. Going to go to Vigil. Funny that I was talking about Vigil and Doc being pretty similar. But then other than that, kind of a similar lineup. I think no Jaeger and bringing a Capcan instead, but we see Blanket on Maru. Wonder what crazy shenanigans he'll get up to here.
He's definitely going to fly in through the skull window. I'm calling it right now.
That would be hilarious. I hope he does.
Yep. And I hope he runs right into a Capcan trap immediately afterwards. I mean, looks like it's going to be like the same kind of aggressive roam clear setup, which they, to be fair, they managed to clear the roam in like a minute, or like not even with that lineup. So, more power to you if that's your thing. But one thing that could maybe bite them later in the round if operator rotations come out from the side of the defense is that they don't have a whole lot of utility burn. You might have a Gone on the Finka here, but that's relatively it in terms of utility clear. And there's not a whole lot of like bulletproof utility coming out from Hobs Little Smokies on this defense. But if they keep running this kind of execute heavy, or not execute heavy, or this kind of frag heavy lineup, this could come back to bite them should they read into this and bring more bulletproof util for them to deal with.
Most definitely. I thought a shield here or there could really spell doom for Modern Special MC Blanket. But Poem, I believe that actually was Skull Window, and he gets taken out immediately. Yeah, it was most definitely Skull.
Yep. What did I say?
No, you called it.
What did I say?
No Capcan though.
I'm a prediction master. Ooh. Pigeon might not spot. There it is. 2 quick picks being picked up from the side of the Smokies here as they managed to get a lead on their defense. This roam already working out incredibly well, and Leo might have another if he managed to spot Uncle D inside of Master here. I don't know if they have a Valk cam inside.
They
Of
do
that
not.
area.
They're all
They
around site.
don't?
Yeah, I think the farthest one is maybe on red stairs. Be the farthest extended one. Oh, yeah, so it looks like the attack are gonna, hold master side right now. 104. I think that drone saw Devil, Blue Devil. No, I'm not quite 100%. It seems the attack kind of stalling out. Hear a smoke grenade get thrown.
I mean, you did lose your kind of two big fraggers, so... Oh, nope, they didn't see him. There goes Mosey. C4 comes out, gets tossed. Doesn't actually get shot out. Shotgun around the corner, not going to find its mark. Devil kind of pinned in this position now that they know he is here. Uncle D will get lit up from Relic. He'll actually be downed. Devil might... Oh my god, the Capcan trap!
Capcan trap.
How about a flawless round to respond to a flawless round, eh? 1-1 here, tying it up on Villa.
Yeah, maybe you might get a wish of a max OT game. It's looking like it so far. We see defense electing for trophy statue. Some people think that's the second best site. Some think it's the kitchen. I personally like trophy better. I feel like a lot less can go wrong. But we see, as of right now, the defense going for a very similar lineup. That very aggressive roam. Mosey is a nice addition, though. We'll probably try to stop the attackers from just walking in like we saw round one.
Yep. I mean, personally, I think the best bomb site is living in library.
Come on now.
Yeah, mainly because no one knows how to attack that site. So, I mean, hey, freed up. Unless they just walk in, which, they're most militia are prone to do.
Yeah, as we saw round one. We see the Hobs and Smokies really loving this Falk big. Looking at all 3 rounds, and conversely, we see the IQ get brought all 3 rounds. So I don't know if the Valk's having as intended of a success rate as possible, especially with the IQ being brought to counter it. But we see Leonidas sure loves it.
Definitely does. And now you can see the kind of operator rotation I was talking about in the last round coming out. They're bringing out a Militia here, which they don't have a whole lot of burn to get rid of. You have the 2 nades in back pocket for Blanket, and you have the Gone in Uncle D's pocket, and that is it. That is enough to get every single Banshee, but the nades might be used on players from below, so they could be wasted early. They won't be able to deal with those early should they try to go for initial pick here. Leo also wants to go for an initial pick here. He'll get lit up from somewhere. Mosey aware of Relic in this position. He's just waiting and biding his time, waiting for the push from the IQ to come in. Spots him out, though, so he knows when he wants to go to swing the door. Nyx will actually get tagged, though. He tries to take pot shots at the Vigil, but he will remain, and Nyx will even get buffed up from a little stim from the Finka. Now, Relic just wants to try to burn some drones and most ideally time here. If he can get a pick, that is incredibly beneficial, but even if he doesn't, the amount of time he's wasting in this position is going to be incredibly crucial for them to pick up.
Yeah, for sure. And we see the attack kind of stalling on this Vigil, not really being able to push him. But, as I say that, it looks like they're going to open that. That's Relic is really aggressive. Gets the pick on the Nyx. That's the Capita down. He did, however, get the well open. And Mosey's getting shot from, somewhere on the other part of the map. We see a contestant maybe coming back from mainstairs onto Relic. And double contesting Mosey, I believe. Uncle D gets Relic. That's aviator control. Pigeon goes down. Mosey walks into a Capcan trap. Oh man, Capcan's getting a lot of the Capcan traps this game.
Capcan's doing wonders right now.
I say the good thing about the Finka is that once Pigeon gets picked up, you're gonna have more health. Never mind.
Nope.
Blue Devil just erases Uncle D.
He's just gonna stay on the ground here.
Yeah,
now it's just Blanket.
Now it's just a 1v4 essentially. Pigeon way out of action, not gonna be able to get picked up. And Blanket, just off in the middle of nowhere. Kind of surrounded by the enemies. Yeah, this round is seemingly unwinnable unless the defense decides to give them ones.
I would like to see it. I think that would be entertaining. But that's just me.
Yeah, this would look very much like a ranked game where Quid decided to throw every round or throw it around. Let's see. Blanket throws a nade, doesn't hit anything. I don't know if he knows that it one's in study. There's 10 seconds left. I'm not going to do anything besides get an extra pick or two.
There it
there's
is.
the pick.
Padding his stats a little bit.
Yeah, he's going for the MVP right now. I believe he's the third overall in kills, maybe? Actually, I believe Relic might be second. So 2 of the best 3 fraggers, I believe, are in this game. Let me pull this up for sure.
I can certainly fact check this on the right now.
Yeah. Relic is second. Blanket is. Oh, actually, they're tied at 53.
Yeah, tied at 53. However, I think Blanket might have the higher. Oh no, Relic has the higher KD ratio, so I guess technically he would edge out over that.
Yeah, and actually, I believe, Relic and Blanket are both 1 and 2 in opening kills and opening deaths. So these two are getting into a lot of engagements early. Let me see. Oh, the defense bring out kitchen dining. See, no living room rock. So 3 rounds in, and we don't see your favorite map.
Big mistake. Clearly, these guys are not based. Well, I mean, they're based enough that they're winning by they have a lead by 1. But they will not have my official approval until they go to living in library.
You might be waiting a couple more games for that.
I might be waiting for an eternity, my friend.
So a nice adjustment I like from the Modest Militia is that Mosey's bringing the Osa. Especially on this site, you can stage and execute from laundry or even pantry. Osa are a great operator for that type of play style. That execute heavy style. Blanket going with the Ayana again. Let's see if he can maybe get some more picks than he did the last round.
Ooh. Mosey's looking for some feet. This might just be a pantry rush here. Or it might be split between pantry as well as that kind of brown stare. You got Blanket and Uncle D positioned over on the pantry side in the basement. You have Nyx as well as, who is that? Mosey on the other side, and you believe have Pigeon droning out. There's a castle barricade standing between them and the site, so I'm going to have to waste a nade on that to clear it. But yeah, it looks like they're just going to try to hit this direct here, all from the basement, from the void of Villa. And there's the first opening pick. Relic taking down Nyx. That's going to be that's definitely going to shut down their initial progress here on this defense. Ooh, Blanket might have spotted out 1. They definitely know now Ninetail is losing half of her HP. Nate's going to try to come out to try and confirm what's left, but it's not going to go anywhere. Blanket tries to sprint in to try to secure that kill, but it's not going to happen. The Goyo fire stalling his advance. Now we're halfway through the round here, and have kind of stalled out on this initial push. As Smoke are going to come out to attempt to try to cover this, and there it is, Pigeon planting right on the half wall. There's not a C4 to deny this, and that's going to be a free plant. Down to post plant 5v4, make that a 4v4 as Blanket managed to secure 1. Relic, however, keeps the man advantage in their favor, and once again finds a triple, and make that a quad! Hello! Relic wants to do it all himself, he's just got to find 1 more. Sprays onto Blanket. He used to find the 1, but no, can't find it, but swings around the corner as the Dock of Devil. Secure that final frag, and a fantastic retake from Smokies will end up giving them a 3rd round and a 2-round lead.
Yeah, that was a well-thought-out attack by Moss Motion. They're trying to go for that little sneaky little plant, but Rexel, or Relic, my bad, had some other thoughts for that. Gets a quad kill and almost the ace, but Blanket able to outduel him there, and then immediately traded by the Dock. So 2-2 or 3-1. My bad, wrong team. So 3-1. Going back to the Aviator game site. We see the Valk again. Yeah, Leonidas really loves this Valk.
Definitely It definitely seems like it. And, you know, when the Solus isn't up, you kind of need another info op to kind of fill that void, because the Solus with that active spec IO scanner allows you to get a lot of active intel across the map, which is a lot better than Valk in my opinion. But hey, you kind of need some sort of extra intel op to kind of supplement your shortcomings. Like the default cams on Villa are pretty good and they cover a lot of area, but there's still some blind spots that you might be missing. For example, on like landing by the top of red, or somewhere around the statue and trophy area, or hell, even throw a cam in study for like an easy pick should they just try to walk in, or just in the bomb site itself. There's a lot of places where you can shore up your your intel game, because, well, Villa has some of the best default cams of any comp map in the game. Again, you can still you can never have too much intel.
Yeah, no, yeah, too much intel is there's no such thing as too much intel. You know, you could bring a lineup of all intel and it'd be great for you because you just know where everything the attack is doing. As we're saying that, we see the attack looking like they're gonna go for an over clear again. We see Blanket switching onto the Lion. Okay, maybe going for maybe a more aggressive attack. Once again, though, no anything, any like destroyable gadgets. Maybe the 2 gone 6s, but other than that, there's nothing. But you know, the attack or the defense did bring a shield this time, so that may be trouble.
It is, and they do have a mind to catch out those 2 gones. So the destruction game in terms of gadgetry is not looking too hot. But again, they could just walk in like they did in round 1 and just take them by surprise. And ooh, Mosey playing a game of chicken here with Indian. Finally opens up the window and lures his presence to the Wamai. Trying to hold this angle, preventing a rotate, but Indian is ready for him to get a little bit overzealous and just peek and try to clear out the 90 position. Ninetales is there to support. Nick's also on that study balk, holding out a swing from someone. And all the pieces are in place here. Mosey's actually gone back downstairs. Uncle D actually gets that first pick. That's their smoke gone. Nick's making great headway inside of study. Manages to get that wall opened up here with the Thatcher, just guaranteeing that it will be completely opened up. Mosey watching over towards 90. Ninetales finds the equalizer onto Blanket, but Nyx, what a shot. Good shot onto, ooh. Almost loses his life to Devil. I was about to say nice shot onto Ninetales, but he got swung on by Devil. Now he is just a fraction of what he used to be. Indian as well as Mosey taking a fight. Leo finds that. Devil finds Nyx. Now it's just a 1v3 for Uncle D. 30 seconds left to go. They know precisely where it is. Devil's got the shield. He's got the SMG-11, and he's got the headshot. 4 rounds in a row from the Smokies here.
Yeah, you know, some might say this is looking dire for Modest Militia. I say that, you know, Village is a pretty good defensive map. You know, 4-2 is probably the most common split, so if Modest Militia is able to salvage this last round, you know, looking all right for them. You know, great defense from Hobs little Smokies. The attack couldn't seem to get anything into place. Got kind of picked apart one by one. And here we go. Defense selects Trophy Statue. Once again, we're not going to see Library, at least on this first half. Sorry, Rock.
I'm sad. I'm so incredibly distraught.
Yeah, you know, it should have been expected, though.
Words cannot convey how just absolutely disappointed I am that we're not seeing the best site in the game.
Oh, and the best side of the game. That's yeah, but you know, we see Relic on the Frost this time. You know, if I was a betting man, I would say I think Blanket might jump in one of those.
Oh yeah, 100% is going to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you can just say that about anyone, because let's be honest, like, don't try to act all high and mighty. We all jump into frost mats.
Oh yeah, every now and then. Some players tend to jump in them more. I'm looking at Easy for. Anyway, we see Frost putting the typical Frost mats, on the closet window, master window, and probably I'm assuming the bathroom window as well.
Yeah, I would assume so. I don't actually have that big of an issue with frost mats. It's mainly Capcom traps, which Ninetales is bringing out.
Yeah, they're going for the double trap setup.
So if I were on MM, I would be shaking in my boots right now, because
they're gonna have to be extra careful.
Yeah, if Cap comes up when I'm playing, it's like playing a Resident Evil 4 escort mission with me. Like,
we see the attack looks like it's gonna be maybe an over clear, maybe like half over, half from below. We see Nyx on not master balk, on study balk. We see someone playing Skull. Doesn't look like Devil's been droned out, so he may be able to have a play if Nyx tries to hop in right now.
he's gonna take his due diligence and drone him out here. Gonna be wary. Ooh, Pigeon actually lights up Indian all the way on the other side of the map inside of Boar. And it'll be him to strike first, actually. He's managed to take out Mosey. That's diffuser down outside. That's actually a huge boon for the defense here. Still holding stalwart in this position, waiting for the approach from the Jackal of Nyx. Drone will get muted, so he doesn't really have a clue where the Wamai is. Has a vague idea, but not exactly a precise location. Now they have to send someone outside to retrieve the case. Pigeon will be the one to do that. So he has recovered the diffuser. Now looking to join this overclear. But oh no, Leo on the flank misses his opportunity. Will do a little bit of damage on the Pigeon, but that will be all. That's going to be a huge wasted opportunity from Hobs Smokies. It could be what gives MM their second round, which that would be a steal if they managed to get a second round going into their half on defense. And it looks even more likely. Pigeon managed to take down Devil. That's the top frag. And what a game he's been having. 7-2 right now. Just an incredible player. Blanket looking to nade from below. Doesn't really seem to find anyone, but no one's in that position. Indian managed to find one. Nyx guesses that trade. Oh no, the Capcom traps managed to down Pigeon. There's no Finka, so he will be laid to waste. Indian with a triple managed to swing onto Nyx. Now it's all on Blanket. In a 1v2, kind of doable, but he has little time to work with. Bomb is down. Managed to find the first actually onto Indian. Now it's just all on Leo. Trying to lurk up those Astro stairs to try to find Blanket on the flank. Blanket really wants to give the side of MM their second attacking round. He's going to creep in, pick up that diffuser, but he's got to sprint in and plant. And by this point, that Leo just can walk in, fearless, spots the head. There it is, 5-1 half for Hobs Smokies on defense here. To go into this attacking half, what a half it's been from this team. What a half from Relic too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Relic and Devil combining to have great numbers, really helping this defense to be able to soar to the heights they have this game so far. Hopefully, MM can turn it around here and maybe get your overtime wish.
We can certainly hope.
Yeah, maybe while we're at it, maybe they'll go Living Library too. Not.
Yep. I'm on the hopium right now.
Yeah. we see Blanket bringing out the Doc too. Doc, a really popular operator this game so far.
That's probably the most popular the French are ever going to get here.
Oh no.
Another interesting pick being brought up. We got a Brava on the board from Leo. I imagine that's to just quickly steal that 90 cam. And maybe some other... Excuse me.
Oh yeah,
some other cams.
Not really much utility to take for Brava. Maybe the BP, or that's kind of it, really. Maybe an ADS, but I mean that doesn't necessarily bring you much value. Brava in this case, which kind of just be like maybe a little slightly better of a twitch. Maybe able to see those defaults like you said. other than that, not really much that she was able to capitalize on. Anyways, we see the attack. Looks like it's going to be an overtake. Actually, maybe they're rotating. Oh, actually, it looks like it's going to be a direct take. Interesting. Okay, I like this. Kind of changing it up a little bit. We actually see Ninetales actually still repelling up to Master Balk, so it might be a slight pinch, but nothing too crazy. It looks like it's going to be primarily an over or a direct rather. We see Rexel already bottom of the main. Doesn't look like any defenders are on main stairs right now. If he can figure this out, he can take this for free and get all this map control instantly.
He has been spotted though.
Yeah, but just like that, he's top main and has not faced any pressure at all.
You could just walk in. There's no one 90. The only real players he has to deal with is the ones inside a bar. Manages to find that first pick on the blanket. Great pick to find. I mentioned the operator of Doc is very low value, but still that's the top frag off the board, which is going to be huge. Indian managed to find one onto Uncle D, but he's inside the middle of the bomb site and on 1 HP. Has some air jabs to set up. Wait, ooh. We'll get spotted out. And no, there's Pigeon inside of the bar. He actually might have gotten down by the Habana pellets.
That is unfortunate.
It was just Pigeon to collect the kill. Mosey now to respond here as the Smokies have kind of stalled out a little bit, and they're not really able to get this direct clear as easily as they would have wanted here. Devil, ooh, man, almost managed to spot one. Pops the Goyo Fire, make sure that he won't be able to pinch him from the side of Skull. Getting the wall open so Pigeon has a lot less breathing room. However, they're not watching it, and they're not watching Mosey either. He's managed to take down Ninetales. All of a sudden, it seems like this attack has crumbled, but Leo has something to say about it. He'll respond onto Nyx. 2v2 here. Sitting out on the 90 balcony. Devil's trying to get some drones in, trying to find some players and where they might reside. Mosey's still standing stalwart on that landing. They still have 40 seconds left, which is pretty much plenty of time. Mosey might be aware of Leo. Yes, he is. Managed to take down that pick. 30 seconds left. Just Devil in a 1v2. Very low health. Swings. It doesn't seem Pigeon knows. He manages to fall. That's a 1v1 between him and Mosey, but the shot from Mosey rings out true. That'll give them a second round on the board.
Yeah, it was a great turnaround for Modest Militia, especially for Mosey himself. Went from 0 kills to 3 instantaneously. Much better look on them so far in this defense than did most of their attacks. We see this is the time they're going for a trophy statuary. To the typical second bomb site. We see another Capcan pick. We see an Ella actually this time.
Ooh.
Interesting. I love me some Ella, especially with that nice SSG card on the back.
Sheesh. Least biased casters right here.
Right.
I believe in hot and cold supremacy.
I'm more of a. Nah, I won't make that joke. Yeah, you know exactly what I was talking about.
I know what you're gonna do. I knew what you were gonna do, and
no.
Later.
Just that happen. Yeah.
Later.
We see actually Indian on the glass right now. Ooh.
Look at all the work Blanket's doing right now. There you go. Time to clock in, Blanket. Time to make rotates.
Get off TikTok. I'm a smoker. Interesting enough too. All the setup required for that, and he's the one on TikTok, assumedly. Anyways, we see the glass get switched off for his favorite Twitch. That's probably a more practical pick, but glass is always fun to see. Great execute op. Situationally very good, but not necessarily as consistently good as Twitch is. And we see actually on the F2. That's an interesting pick, especially since the nerf. The F2 not great anymore.
No, F2 still fries.
If you could,
it's just a lot of people switch to the DMR, including me, because they can't control recoil. So.
Anyways, it looks like it's gonna be maybe another split take. We see at least two attackers on the master back. We see one on Astral Window. I think Ice just gets killed. What an insane jump out. That's actually insane. I'd be so bad.
I knew that had to be next the second I saw that Ella jump out. Like, no other person besides like maybe Hobs would do that.
That's like such a suicide jump out. Like, there's no shot you're getting back in.
Unless they're like super negligent, I guess. Ooh, Relic he's already in a very aggressive position here on the landing. I don't think they know. No, they don't. Just walks in, takes the head off of Mosey, but doesn't expect Blanket in that position. Brings it back down to a 3v3. Going into the halfway point of the round. Not a whole lot of map control is being made. Ooh, but Ninetales actually has some decent map control. Manages to swing out, finds the head of Uncle D. Not the one I think she was aiming for. Wanted to get Pigeon, but takes the Capkin down instead. Now it brings it back into their favor. They want to push to match point here. Devil, knowing that Blanket's pushed up aggressively, and he managed to take his head. And Ninetales takes the head of the last one. And they looked to push to match point, and they, by God, well, they've done it. Match point here for Hobs Smokies.
Yeah, and I think that round kind of all started off with, obviously that jump out trade, but then it, then Relic decided to just walk in the side and get a pick. That just caused some crazy pressure on the defense. But Blanket able to trade it out, but that fear of if he was able to push in that easily, maybe there's more. And we kind of saw that kind of happen, and the defenders just kind of got pushed out and eliminated one by one. As you said, match point, 6-2, going back to trophy, not trying to change it up and go to a tertiary site. Let's see,
like living in a library.
Yeah, exactly. You can dream. But
I can.
Like the defenders actually going for a crazy aggressive lineup. That's like the definition of ranked lineup, in my opinion. Like almost no utility. It's all firepower.
Yeah, the second I see Gridlock, I think quick plant.
Yeah, most definitely.
Just the question is, where is it gonna go?
Well, and look,
are they just gonna flood in through like the boar window?
That'd be a pro. I'll tell you what.
I would love to see that. That's all I want to say. You can
it'd be actually crazy. I was gonna say that we saw Blanket AFK for another 20 seconds. Anyways, looks like the defender is gonna go for a AVG over hold. And if this is maybe what you're thinking, it's gonna be a quick plant. That actually might come back to bite them. Not enough people on site, but it looks like might actually have some over to clear that side of the map. Yeah, it looks like another split take. Hobs and Smokies loving these split takes. We've seen one every single attack they've done so far.
Well, I mean, when you're up 6-2, you can afford to do something stupid.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, like if you have that much of a lead, you might as well try something like aggressive and something that is a lot more high risk. And well, high risk from Blanket doesn't pay off for him. And just get taken down by Relic. Once again, really good opening picks from Relic here. He's kind of been the star of this show here. It's kind of his world and he's just living in it. Managed to spot the Ella trying to get on the flank. Easy shot. Takes out Nyx. And now it's down to a 3v... Make that a 2v5. We're not even halfway to the round. It's a 2v5. They want this so bad. Relic is just going to keep pushing. He wants more. Spots out these zombie barricades. Don't think he knows that these zombies behind the desk. Now he knows, but it's going to be Mosey to end his reign of terror. No ace for you. He's kind of the only one fighting at full force here. Only one at full HP. Trying to stall out this attack. However, they don't really have to if they don't let him. Uncle D managed to find one into Ninetales. All of a sudden, its man count is traded back into a 2v3. And, well, not anymore. As Indian takes the head off of Mosey. It's now all left to Uncle D in a 1v3. He's got the clock on his side at the very least, but Trax and the Smokes are going to come out, going to stop him from being able to deny this plant here. Manages to sneak into trophy. Don't think he knows where people are. Misses his opportunity on the Hibana, and now it just looks like it's over here. Lost the head on the one. Oh, doesn't see him. This is so unfortunate. Manages to get an exit frag onto Indian. brings him into a 1v2, but it's still looking quite dire here. So now he's got to push on to two people that know exactly his position and know precisely where he is. Devil with the final pick takes his head off, and that's going to be a 7-2, what I would argue to be an upset here on Villa.
You know, that was most definitely the definition of an upset. You know, we see Hobs Smokies take it 7-2 over the former first place Modest Militia. Now we actually see a 4-way tie for first with 9 points, you know, depending on tiebreakers and whatnot. But this match kind of shook up the major a little bit. You know, we don't know who's going to make it now. Now we have a crazy tiebreaker in place.
It's gonna be one hell of the last couple of games here in this division. Hobs Smokies managed to take down Modest Militia 7-2 on Villa, making them the 4th team to tie for first place via points. This is gonna make this play-in very interesting right here. So I believe that is gonna be all from us tonight. There is a B stream going on that is at BroLeague Bravo on Twitch. That's still going on. I forget who. It's going to be 5FOA versus Moss Murderers on that stream. I believe they're still going right now, so you can go over and check them out once we close down. Also, go follow BroLeague on Twitter at BroLeague_ on Twitter to be notified of when streams go live, and also some updates regarding rules and also some social media content that we post there every once in a while. Also, don't forget to check out BroLeague's official sponsors in Rogue Energy and Epic Water Filters. Use code BroLeague at checkout for both of those for a discount on both, and to let them know that we sent you. But as far as I am aware, that is going to be all from me and my co-host Dilly. So go check out 5FOA versus Moss Murderers on the B stream right now. But until next time, farewell.